Good morning, my dear students. I hope all of you are safe at home. Our today's topic, which we are going to start, that is Android barometer. I have already sent you the videos of Fortin barometer and the simple barometer. Now, what is Android barometer? It is the most portable barometer and basically which we are using nowadays. It has known as no liquid barometer. No use of mercury is in this barometer. It is very portable. It means you can carry it easily from one place to another. And it directly read the atmospheric pressure. No adjustments are required. The things we are required in Fortin barometer. No adjustments are required. Now, how the system works? So first of all, we are having, you can say one box B. One system is there, you can say a rubber-like system is there, which is partially evacuated. Not completely filled with air, not completely vacuum, but it is partially evacuated. And a top D of box is springy. Springy means a spring is here, so it can move inside, it can go out. Like a spring is there. Now this spring can compressed also, and this spring can be opened up also. And thin rod L, you see this spring is further attached with this rod L, which is having again tooth-like structure. This tooth-like structure is further attached with the another wheel, which is again tooth, and both are, you can see that both are there, that if one will affected, the other will move according to that. If one will be affected, other will move according to that. Now, very simple process. What happens when atmospheric pressure increases? Okay, when it increases, this spring get depressed. When the spring get depressed, this wheel rotate clockwise. It is attached with this tooth, so it also rotate as there is movement in this L. So it will rotate clockwise and it point towards the right, and it directly point us towards the barometer. Okay, the next what we are having, when atmospheric pressure decreases, what will come? This spring will bulge out. It will bulge out, this tooth will move up. So everything is opposite. Here S rotates anti-clockwise and it moves towards left. This diagram is very important. You know how to draw this diagram, and all of you have to draw this diagram in your notebook. Okay, now what are the uses? Simple uses. It is help us to measure atmospheric pressure. We will discuss now how it help us to measure weather forecasting also, and how it helps to measure altimeter also. Altimeter used as an altimeter to measure the height. Now, how these things happens? First of all, we are going to talk about how it will tell us the variation of atmospheric pressure with altitude. How there is variation of atmospheric pressure. Two things we are going to take in this beta. One thing is that there is when there is a linear decrease and when there is a non-linear decrease. When there is a linear decrease and when there is a non-linear decrease. Now, decrease in height of air column, which causes a linear decrease in the atmospheric pressure. Now, what are the factors here? That the atmospheric pressure decreases with altitude mainly due to following two factors. What are these factors? Decrease in height of air column, which causes a linear decrease in the atmospheric pressure, and decrease in density of air, which causes a non-linear decrease in atmospheric pressure. So we are going to talk about two things, linear decrease and non-linear decrease. Now all of you know that there are lots of multiple layers of earth. Fine, near to the earth, more dense air is there, then less denser, then less denser. Now what is happening in this case? That layers of air are there. Each layer experiences a pressure on it due to the air column above it. Pressure feeling. So as we move up, layers are decreasing, नीचे रह रही हैं layers. So as we move up, thrust will what? Decrease, because less layers are there, less effect is thrust on that air, so pressure decreases with increase in altitude. Okay, pressure decreases with increase in altitude. So what we are having in this case, that whenever the atmospheric pressure is there, and we know that number of parallel of air layers are there. Okay, so each layer experiences a pressure on it. So therefore what happens, the height of the air column above us decreases, so the thrust exerted by the air column also decreases, which results in what? Which results in the decrease of atmospheric pressure with increase in altitude. Which decrease the atmospheric pressure with increase in altitude. So the next part now we are having, you can see the arrows are there. Now what happen in case of the density part? Lower layers get compressed due to weight. Since the lower layers get compressed due to weight, I already told you upper layers are there. Now what? This layer is what? Compressed by all the layers. More molecules are there, so it is what? More denser as in comparison to the above layers. So the lower layer gets compressed due to the weight of the upper layers. Therefore the density of air layers is more near the Earth's surface, and it decreases as we go higher and higher. So what happened? The decrease in density with altitude is not linear. It is rapid at low altitude and it's slow at high altitude. This decrease is actually not we can say it's not linear. What happened? That more compressed at one place, more rapid movements at one place as in comparison to the other place. You can't say that equal effect should be there. So that's why a non-linear decrease is you can say decreases there in the atmospheric pressure. Okay, now what are the consequences? Consequences are what? At high altitude, graph is very simple in this bacha. Here we will plot a graph between atmospheric pressure and height. Between atmospheric pressure and height. So here we are having this kind of graph. Now what are the consequences? At high altitudes, atmospheric pressure is less, I already told you. Okay, so breathing issues can be there because you are not getting optimum amount of air there. The next we are having here that when you are having a fountain pen, it will not work at high altitudes because pressure inside the pen and pressure outside the pen become equal. So now the next two things which we are going to discuss, that is weather forecasting by the use of barometer and the altimeter. I mentioned you the three uses there, that is to measure atmospheric pressure, weather forecasting, and as an altimeter to measure the height. Now what happened in case of weather forecasting by the use of barometer? Actually, atmospheric pressure is what? A temperature is also there, moisture is also there. Atmospheric pressure at a place is affected by the change in temperature and the amount of water vapor present in air at that place. Fine, we are having two things now. We are going to talk about change in temperature and water vapors are there. The reason is that the density of the air changes with the change in temperature. Obviously it will change, pressure will change, presence of molecules will change, presence of moisture is changed. So that's why change in temperature with the change of water vapors present in it. The density of air decreases with the increase in temperature. Okay, why? Because of the increase in the density of the air decreases with the increase in temperature and also with the increase in the amount of moisture present in it. Okay, so consequently the atmospheric pressure gradually decreases as the temperature or the moisture increases. Does the change in atmospheric pressure help us to know about the weather forecasting in advance. So how you come to know about the weather forecasting in advance? So temperature plays a very important role in that. Now what happened? We are going to discuss about the 5 things, that is suddenly falls in the suddenly falls of the height, gradually falls, gradually increase, sudden rise, and no abrupt change. First of all, I am going to start with the no abrupt change. It is the simplest one. The no abrupt change in the barometer height indicates that the atmospheric pressure is normal. The weather will remain unchanged. No abrupt change, it means atmospheric pressure is normal there. A sudden rise in the barometer height means the flow of air from that place to the other surroundings low pressure areas. From where it is moving towards the low pressure area. So this indicates the coming of an extremely dry air. So it moving toward low pressure areas. Next is a gradually increase in the barometer height when the moisture in air decrease, then the moisture of air decreases. Moisture is decreasing, dry weather. Now barometer height gradually falls when it indicates the moisture is increasing. When possibility of rain is there, moisture is increasing. And when sudden fall is there, that means the pressure at that place suddenly decrease, immediately it is decreasing, which can cause cyclones. So these are the predictions how they can make about weather forecasting by considering the temperature there, that how the temperature is changing to that place. Next is altimeter. Many times a question comes that the name of Android barometer. The another name of another Android barometer is what? Altimeter. It is used in aircrafts to measure its altitude as atmospheric pressure decreases with the increase in height. So what will happen in this case? So as we know that atmospheric pressure decreases with the increase in height. So scale in this case is calibrated in the terms of height, with the height increase towards the left because the atmospheric pressure decrease with the increase in height above the sea level. So where it will be calibrated, it will be moved towards the left. Have a good day, beta. Thank you.